panic, you will be registered. Do not buy textbooks. Go to class, attend that first week, and listen to what the lecturer has to say. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to take you guys through some of the things that I have learned throughout my time in uni, things that I think will be helpful to you, particularly you guys first years. Firstly, before I even start with the video, I just want to say congratulations to everyone who got that acceptance letter, because I think I made a video last week just talking about how difficult it is to get into university in South Africa. And to everyone who did not get that admission letter, it does not mean that you are not good enough. It's just that it is practically impossible, like I said, for the universities in South Africa to cater for everyone. So you are going to sit with that very nice bachelor at home, because it is what it is. It's South Africa. There's nothing we can do about that. Okay, the first thing that I wanted to share is that, guys, do not buy textbooks. And hear me out on this one. So when you get to uni, you will come across like second years, for example, selling books to you. And I mean, if someone comes to you and they're like in their second year and you are going into, first year of the same program, you have this thing of, I mean, this person was in this course before me, and if they succeeded in their first year and they are selling you a book, it means that that book helped them to get into this new grade. But most of the times, it's not that. So my advice would be that go to class, attend that first week, and listen to what the lecturer has to say, because most of the times the lecturers will tell you that you don't need a textbook. And if they say you don't need a textbook, you don't need that textbook, because your lecturer is your examiner and it's the person who's going to mark your paper. And if they say that you don't need a textbook, it means that the slides that they're going to provide you with and any other additional material that they're going to provide you with is enough for you to get through the course. So, and also, I've had a similar experience when I was doing second year. I bought a constitutional law textbook that I never used. And most of these textbooks that are prescribed are even available at the library. So always ask your lecturers, or just listen if they are talking about the prescribed materials, because when they do, they will tell you either if you need that textbook, and if you do, sometimes they will tell you that it is either available as an ebook or it's there in the library. Unless they tell you to buy, don't buy a textbook. Oh, okay. So the second thing, nothing makes sense. Nothing will make sense in your first week, and that's okay. So you will be confused. Sometimes you'll just be in class and not even hear a thing. It's normal. So just give yourself some time to just fully immerse yourself into the program, and everything will just work itself out. Don't panic and don't feel stupid. Some of us, we were there for, I think I was there for 2 weeks. I was there for 2 weeks. 2 weeks in addition to that first, because the first week it's just like the lecturers taking you guys through the module outline. So when I say first week, I basically talk about the first 3 weeks. I was just there, and I just felt like they were just singing some music that I don't even know. Like they were teaching in Mandarin because I was in class and I was just so lost. Like most of the times I'm like, I don't even know what you guys are talking about. But eventually, when you like invest your time just take things slowly, but just be patient with yourself to just familiarize yourself with the material, and what your modules are about, because that's what I did to just keep tabs with what was going on. Be your own ears and don't be too reliant on other people. So at the beginning of the year, they give you module outlines. So you need to familiarize yourself with that module outline and then go to class. That first class, they're more likely to just take you guys through the module outline. So some things are just so basic and they are made public. I mean your class. It's made available to your class. So you do not want to be that student that is going to be asking, um, especially to the lecturers. I know that these things, that there's this saying that there is no stupid question, but I mean, if they give you a module outline that says that there are three tests, you're going to write three tests, and two best are going to count. And for you to go to the lecturer and ask about such information when it has been provided to you, it's just like. So number three is tied to what I was just saying. Do not panic. Oh, do not panic. You will be registered. So I think, yeah, there is a lot of you guys are going to panic when you are okay. Some people, when they register, you just register and then it just goes. But for some of you, you are going to try to register and it's not, you're not going to be registered. It might take weeks. Some people, I think there are people who try to register for a good month and just face complications, technical or whatever. But you are bound to come across such complications. So you have that acceptance letter. So don't panic. Just keep on approaching your institution, particularly the assistant, your faculty, the faculty um, at your institution, and just ask for help. I know with UWC that even though registrations are online, they do provide for days where you can go to campus and they will help you out with your registration. So just take advantage of those days. If they do say that you can come for assisted registrations and you are struggling with registrations, don't wait until towards the closing date for you to go to the faculty for help. And even if you are not registered by that by the deadline, still don't panic. And I'm not saying that relax until even beyond that closing date, but most often than not, and this is like 99% of the time, they will extend those registrations. So if you can attend orientation is important because it will expose you to obviously the campus and the tools that you will need to to thrive in that year. At UWC, you do not attend, and I think also a number of institutions, you don't attend your lectures in the same lecture hall. So if you go through that orientation week, they will show you where you will be attending your classes. You get to know the venues. So when your timetable says this module will be attended in this will be attended in this venue, then you know where to get to. And also it's also important for making for companionships. And I mean, I don't want to talk about my orientation week. I don't want to talk about my orientation week. But for you, like, let's talk about your orientation week. Go there and make friends, because it's difficult to make friends. People make friends during orientation week. So you find out that they become friends as groups. So now if you don't attend orientation week, it's going to be hard for you to make friends that first week and anytime after that, because you find these people as a group. So now you're not only looking for a friend, you have to fit into the entire group. Because I mean, if I made three friends and we are a group of four, and then you come and you are alone and you want to be friends with me, you are going to have to accommodate these four people. So instead of like approaching one person to become friends with, you have the burden of approaching four people and accommodating everyone, and it's just not a nice experience. So the sixth one is to take advantage of the resources at the university, at whatever institution you go to. So, for example, the library. I just talked about the library. Some of the textbooks that will be prescribed for you are there in the library. So you can just go to the library, find those books, and just study there. And if you feel like you need more time with those books, you can either ask them out, or You can just like take pictures of few pages that you still feel like you need some time with with the content, but also take note of copywriting, guys. Also with mentorship. So I don't know if it is a thing for every other faculty at UWC, but in the Faculty of Law, first year, we were introduced to this mentorship program. And so for me, it was like, I mean, if these people are saying that it was voluntary, by the way, and free, and they said that if you are interested, you should sign up. So for me, it was like, if these people are making this program available for me, then it means that it must be helpful, because they wouldn't just um, impose something to, not necessarily impose, but they wouldn't make available something for us as first years that will be a complete, not a complete, but that would like just take away our time if it was not going to be beneficial for us. So just looking at it from that perspective, I signed up. And when I say that, that mentorship program changed my, I think it lay a basis for my successful, my successful career at UWC. I don't think I would have been where I am now, not that I'm anywhere, but I am somewhere. But I don't think I would have like accomplished half of the things that I accomplished at UWC had it not been that I signed up to that mentorship. It has helped me a lot. And if you are a first year LLB student listening to this, and if other faculties are providing the same programs, I'm advising you to please sign up. It's going to be beneficial for you, not just in your first year, but also in the years ahead, and even postgraduate. 7 is that you need to, please do not let your work pile up. I know it's not easy to just say that every day after attending classes you're just gonna go through the work. It's not easy. I wish it was that simple. I tried doing that. It did not work. It's not easy like working consistently every day. And I'm not saying it's impossible because I couldn't do it. If you can, then good for you. Do that. But what I would advise is that attend every class, and for every class, so most classes are like single periods, and a single period is like 45 minutes, so 40 minutes. Just dedicate that 40 minutes to pay attention to what is being said in that lecture. So in a way you are learning by just listening. I know there are we prefer different modes of learning, but that listening in class is, you can't escape that. It is prescribed for you. You need to study to study by listening. So just make sure that you maximize on that time you spend in class. Make sure that that 40 minutes when you are in that class, you give that class your undivided attention. Pay attention to the things that your lecturer is emphasizing, and make notes in class, so that even if you go to your room and then you don't study that day, it's okay. You're not far back. And always consult. You do not need to wait until you are in your second year, your third year, and like your fourth year to consult. I feel like you have to make the most of your first year, because it has the potential of determining where you are headed. The first year has that potential, and it did that for me. I think my first year laid out a basis for the rest of my stay at UWC, and I'm glad I attended that mentorship program, which helped me a lot in my first year to, literally build a standard, and I would say a very solid foundation. So, also, and I think the thing is with in my first year, some of the reason why I didn't consult in my first year was that I would go through the slides and feel like, okay, but I understand everything on the slides. So what am I going to say to the lecturer when I'm consulting? What am I going to ask? Because I don't even have questions. But you can literally just go through the material, and this is very important, find past papers, answer those past papers, or just study the material. Go to the lecturer and just tell them that, okay, you've gone through the material, and ask for their guidance as to what questions should you be expecting when you are writing a test or an exam, and how would that lecturer expect you to answer those questions. Because this is also important, because that same person who's going to tell you the approach to answering those questions is the same person that is going to mark your paper. So, and also if you can find questions, answer those questions from past papers, and then go to that same lecturer and ask for guidance or to mark that paper for you, and like for just insights into the answer that you have given, and take those insights, apply them on the questions that you're going to be faced with in whatever, either your test or your exam. But not least, there is no break in uni unless the semester is finished. So yeah, I mean, in high school you'd have like your term break in, I think, a March, and like those few weeks you'd rest. And for us, some of us, we couldn't even like touch our books or whatever, but I think that break in March is for you to really just catch up and work and work on your assignments. Just make sure that you maximize on that week where you guys like that week break. Make sure that you maximize on it and you catch up as much as possible, and if you can, just study ahead. And yeah, you only get your rest when the semester has ended. And also with the end of the semester, if you are doing year modules, we had this thing. So also just like be mindful. Some year modules you would have, they would say that okay, it's fine for the second, at the end of the year, we are not going to test you on the work that you covered in the first semester. But if that's not the case, then even when you're at home at the end of that semester, you need to make sure that you familiarize yourself with the concepts that you found challenging in the first semester, so that when you start with the second semester, you focus on the second semester without having to now catch up on what was happening in the first semester. But so either way, your actual break is at the end of the year when you are done with your exams. That's it from me, guys. I hope this video was helpful. If you have pointers, please make sure to share them in the comments section.